before I start this video, just wanted to let you know a fun fact I learned the other day. Did you know that cats have Adam's apples? What did you say, nigga? I know, it messed up in it when I found out. I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
But what's good, people? What's up? How you doing? How's things? It's cold as a bitch, I know. Don't know why I'm recording in this car still in winter, but you know what? We move. Pussy. So we're going to discuss the topic of the week, which is, can you be friends with the opposite gender?
You cannot.
Why I feel personally it's a bit necessary. So, do I feel like you can be friends with the opposite gender? Absolutely. However, some of you, man, and some of you females as well, trying to finesse the system, innit? Trying to be friends with people that you've been
Fucking.
Yeah, some of you lot are trying to finesse this system. Like, listen, I personally believe you can have just platonic friendships, but if you
Fucking.
and then you out of nowhere just started becoming friends, it doesn't usually work, in the sense of, like, if you get into a relationship and you're trying to keep that friend, it's understandable why your partner would be like, fuck no, we're not about to do all that, because you have a history of doing things, and some people just harbor those feelings more than others. Like, some people can genuinely just be friends after, you know, a bit of deep sea diving, but, you know, some people just can't. So, you know, we move. I would say it's important because I've got a female best friend, and I'm not going to lie to her I'm not going to lie to her, I'm not going to lie to you lot. When it comes to, like, certain things, talking to her and getting a perspective is actually quite refreshing, because more time with most men, it's like they would just give you the same generic advice. They would give you advice that you would normally just listen to yourself. Like, oh, yeah, you know what? This girl's moving long. I'm just going to cut this girl off. But then having a female friend, they'll kind of break down for you, like, oh, you know, that she's acting like this way because this and that and, like, other factors. So to be fair, it is quite useful to have, to be honest, sometimes, just to get that female insight. It's almost like you got a UAV into a female's mind, and it's just like, you know what, you can just see everything. It's like being in war and just having an insight on the enemy. Jesus Christ, I need to stop playing COD. All these references from, like, Call of Duty are important, because at the end of the day, perspective from someone that's the complete opposite of you, to an extent, it's actually pretty important. It's also very helpful when it comes to certain things. I would say that maybe a lot of people don't like it. Like, I've spoken to a couple females. Even my ex was the same. It was just like, you can't have female friends because I don't trust other girls. And granted, I do understand that, in the sense of, there are some girls that will be friends with you if you're in a relationship, but should the opportunity present itself, they'll try and mash. Same with some mandem. Like, you can friend zone a guy, but there's some guys that have got impeccable patience. Like, they'll play the waiting game for as long as they need to, until they feel like, yeah, you know what, let's do this.
Y'all niggas are gay.
I feel like if it's a genuine friendship, then yeah, I see no reason why you can't have them from the opposite gender. Because I feel like personally, when it comes to not even just, like, dating, for example, like regular life advice, like, I feel like different perspectives always help you deal with a situation better once you kind of learn, oh, you know what, I can see why you do this, but I handle it this way, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, my friend has helped me a lot in that sense of getting that kind of perspective, because the way a guy handles stuff when it comes to, like, mental things is completely different to how a woman would handle it. But having that juxtaposition of a different perspective really does help you a lot. So for me, I feel like it can happen, but there are certain rules and stipulations that you got to adhere to. Like, and I'm going to tell you what they are. The first one being, you can't be friends with someone you've tried to smash in the past. Like, no, I'm not going to lie to you. Especially guys, when it comes to this whole thing of, like, you're friends with a female that you were trying to mash before, that thought is always going to be in the back of your mind. Like, oh, you know what, one day, like, she keeps telling me about these guys messing her up. I'm kind of taking notes. Maybe one day I'll just go shoot my shot. No!
Stop it. Get some help.
Just be the friend. Just play your role. That's another thing as well, actually. Some of you lot need to learn to play your role. Don't start coming to claim, oh, you know what, best friend territory when you're an associate, bro. Like, no, just stop. Nani? It's not every girl you got to try and mash. Like, let's be real. Like, that's one thing I will say, is that you ain't got to try and mash every girl. Sometimes having a female friend is really just helpful, in the sense of, like, I'm not gonna lie, it gives you a lot of insight, you know? Like, even if I had a female friend back when I first started moving to girls, probably helped me a lot still. I remember the first time I moved to a girl, me and my cousin was in McDonald's, and to this day, he still don't let that Big Mac go. Pussy! I used to be really shy. I still kind of am, but not really as much as I used to be. But, so basically, he was like to me, oh, you know what? I was 14 at the time. This girl kept looking at me, and I kept looking at her, but I didn't want to approach her because I was like, oh, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm bare nervous. And then my cousin just shouted out in the middle of my door. He's like, hey, my cousin's feeling you.
What are you doing?
So we were walking in front and they were walking behind us. And then he goes, oh, you know what? Just go move to them. So then it's like, you know what? Cool, I'll do it. He wingman for me and took, you know, the uglier one, but you know.
Wowzers.
So I got to take them hits. So he done that, and then I started talking to the girl, and the first thing I said was, oh, I'm really shy. And I thought, oh, that's so moist. Why'd I say that? I did not realize that some girls actually like when guys are shy and timid, because it's like,
Oh, like that!
it shows a level of innocence. But if I had a female friend to tell me that at the time, I'd have been playing that card for fun. Like, come on, man.
You what?
At 14, I was just trying to, yeah, you know what, let me not say that. But yeah, man, like, I feel like it's necessary to an extent. I can understand certain people's like objections to it. Like with guys, it's like I can kind of get that, you know, there's that feeling in the back of your mind that, oh, this guy might try to fuck my girl one day, or vice versa with the opposite gender. But I feel like that kind of comes into you trusting your partner as well. For me personally, having a female best friend now, I don't think I could ever give her up, just off the fact that she's helped me with so much when it comes to going through certain things emotionally, mentally. It's just that kind of refreshing outcome. And I will say this, to be fair, your friends of opposite genders will usually ride out for you a lot more than friends of the same gender. I've always said a female friend will ride out for you usually more than your niggas would. Which isn't to say that's the case for me, because I'm not gonna lie to you, the two guys I got, they'll ride out for me and I'll ride out for them.
Wowzers.
But I feel like sometimes having that different perspective, that different energy there, it kind of helps you grow as a person. I feel like having an insight into females coming from a female helps a lot of men become better men, because it's like, okay, you know what, I can kind of learn how to treat women better based off like someone closer to my age, because you don't want to be going to your mum for women advice. Like, I asked my mum for advice once, I think I was 15. I was like, oh mum, like, what do I do to get this girl to like me? And my mum turned around to me and she was like, you gotta take her to dinner, you should walk her by the River Thames. I was like, mum, what kind of budget do you think I'm working with here? Like, yo. But yeah, man, I feel like advice from someone who's closer to your age and sometimes of the opposite gender as well really is beneficial. Not even just advice, but it's just like in general, like it's a completely different vibe, like chilling with a girl and you're not even on like doing stuff with her. Like, it's not every girl you gotta be out here and just trying to mash. Like,
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Cool it down a little bit, because I was watching one podcast and it mentioned one thing that's so true, and it's just like when you're doing your thing, it's kind of like you're kind of giving up your energy to someone, but the more that you don't do it and the more you preserve your energy, the more powerful you look.
You what?
I feel like that's why a lot of people respect alpha males, because it's like that kind of energy is exuded, it's just kind of shown. But I'm getting off topic now. Do I think that friends of the opposite gender are essentially vital? I wouldn't say it's vital, but it is an advantage to have. Sometimes it's as simple as some people can just be friends. It doesn't have to be anything serious. I feel like platonic friendships nowadays are a bit rare as well, because everyone is just on this whole thing of like running up friends with benefits. A lot of people are running friends with benefits and forgetting the friend part. But that's a video for another day, because some of you people are just out here slacking, man.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
That's the video for today. That's my personal opinion on it. Got anything to say, by all means comment it down below. Let's have a little debate. Next week's topic is just gonna be the runner-up to this one. But yeah, man, enjoy, take care, stay warm. But yeah, in a bit. Why friends of the other gender? Already, bro. Fucking hell, 47 seconds and I'm fucking up already. Jesus.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!